All right, guys, welcome into Charlotte Vibe. Another exciting game here at the Hive where the Hornets fall to the Orlando Magic. What was that, 83-106? We got a whole round table here going on tonight. We got Jack in the building. We got Justin in the building. We got Jason in the building. And disclaimer, Jason did not want to do this video because The Bachelor is, I guess, currently starting in 5 minutes. And he told me to hurry up, so I guess we're not going to go through everything that we probably wanted to. I don't watch The Bachelor, but you say it's very good.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
But the Hornets are better.
The Hornets are better than The Bachelor. I probably agree with that. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, so let's get into tonight's game. Basically, Borrego was talking about how the Hornets started very strong tonight, went on a 14-1 run, and then the second quarter came, and I guess that's pretty much the biggest thing to focus on is they were outscored 38-14, or I think it was 38-12.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And basically all hell broke loose in that second quarter. Where do you guys feel like you particularly saw that breakdown? Was on the defensive side? Were they just not finding the right shots?
I mean, the Magic were just getting inside, like Borrego was talking about. Like they were not contesting anything inside. They were getting inside at will, and they started the Magic started the second quarter on a 14-1 run. And Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier did score after the first quarter until I think Devontae scored like with 2 minutes left in the game, 3 minutes left in the game. So both of them were scoreless. Malik Monk scores 20, but when your two best scorers don't score for 2.5 quarters, that's pretty problematic.
Right.
I think it's just an overall effort, like of just players not just having that. And Coach Borrego said it's just that drive, that motivation just wasn't there. I think not Terry Rozier, Malik Monk said afterwards is just they kind of relaxed a bit. And it's not a good thing when you relax like that in the second quarter because it can get out of hand quickly, and that's what happened to them. They were up, I think it was 29-17 or something like that for the first quarter, and it just fell apart. So I think overall, just the effort just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. What about you, Justin?
Just like how Jason didn't want to do this, the Hornets didn't want to play basketball.
They wanted to watch The Bachelor.
Yeah, they had a good first quarter. You're like, okay, maybe they might get one at home for the golf on the road. The second quarter happened, and that's when the bottom fell out. So they just lucked a team that was ready to go to Paris.
Yeah.
I don't really have any scorching hot takes today, but this idea is ready to go
I
to
want
Paris.
to go to Paris. I mean, I would have felt a lot better when this game ended if we were all going to Paris, but
I agree.
I don't think neither one of our companies are paying for us to go to Paris.
No
so
chance.
it's probably not going to happen. We'll be back here when they play the Knicks. But when you talk about those breakdowns, I think you were talking about it, Jack, that Coach Borrego was switching the lineup a lot. He doesn't seem to have a set rotation. It's like he'll have these couple games where he likes these guys, and then he'll switch them out if these guys aren't playing well, which I really do like because I feel like with Coach Clifford, there wasn't much rotation towards the last 2 years that he was here. Those were his players. He stayed with those guys. I like with Borrego, if they're not making things happen and producing on the court, then you kind of got to move stuff around. We saw more of Nick Batum out there. Bismack was going back and forth with Willie Hernan-Gomez, Willie, whatever you choose to use. That night, Dwayne Bacon was getting a little bit more playing time. He still seems frustrated with his playing time, but doesn't seem like Borrego has a set rotation at all. He will go wherever.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that Borrego says is part of development is accountability, and accountability is directly reflected by your playing time. So, I mean, Cody Martin has been playing the last few games. Bacon's finally been back in the rotation since the 31st against the Celtics. Hernan Gomez has played the last 3 games shooting. I think he's averaging 9 points per game on 73% shooting, which is good.
Yeah.
So I think with a young team, it's kind of better to have your rotation be a little bit more fluid than an older team because you have to, like, it's trial and error. That's what Borrego talks about all year. It's trial and error, seeing which lineups work in certain situations, and so that's kind of what we've seen the last few weeks, the whole season.
Yeah, Malik Monk, I think he was falling a little bit out of the rotation for a few games, and now he had 20 points tonight. He's probably one of the most aggressive players tonight on the floor. So it's an interesting dynamic because they're not a team that, I mean, they weren't expected to be good this year. They're starting to show us in a 7-game losing streak, but you're having these players have breakout games, so you just hope that one of these days, maybe it's this season or next, but it kind of all comes together.
Coach Borrego was saying that this team falls apart. Well, I don't say falls apart, but doesn't play as well if Terry Rozier is not producing.
Yeah, if you don't, the Hornets, they have a very small margin of error.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody not playing,
that's
well,
such
somebody
a good
injured, it just throws it out. So you don't get a good game from Rozier tonight. Graham, you didn't get a good game from him. So when those two guys aren't going, they're basically the engine. So if they're not kicking off and they're rolling, then It'll have a
Which is interesting because Graham still had 15 points tonight.
Well,
They
he
was
had
just
12 in the first quarter.
Right. They were just so
They
after
missed
that
10
first
straight
quarter,
shots.
you're not really producing after
Yeah.
that. It just seems like you said, this Hornets team, we didn't expect a lot, but then they started really showing us that this is a really solid team. They just aren't able to put 4 quarters together. But do you think that they're not a solid team, or you think they just fooled us, or what? I mean, they're not as bad as people thought. I mean, we don't have the rest. They don't have the worst record.
I'll keep it in very few words. They're just not that talented.
They're not talented collectively or individually.
Well, I think as a whole, and then there are nights where they don't bring it.
Yeah.
And there would be days where
Most
Clifford
nights.
would sit here and just be frustrated. Like, I have a young team, and these guys have a problem with getting up for games. We're not even playing second night of back-to-backs.
Right.
So they're not talented enough to pick and choose, okay, I want to hoop today. No, I'm not feeling it. They don't have that.
Now, are they going to feel like they're ready to hoop when they face the Bucks in Paris? A whole different time change, a whole different scenery. I don't know. Maybe Nick Batum goes for 55. I don't know. He might go crazy.
The Bucks last time at one point. So.
Nick Batum?
No, the Hornets were. They were getting the face beaten off of them. But
I don't think it's going to be good.
no.
I think the good thing is that they're going to deal with these players that all are jet lagged.
I don't think they fooled us because they were down double digits almost every single game with the first however many games it was. They just ended up coming back and we were one of the most clutch teams in the league.
Yeah.
I think teams are just figuring out now, okay, we can stop Devontae Graham like this because no one knew he was going to play lights out.
Yeah.
They know what Rozier does. The centers are not playing as good as they were. Cody Zeller's kind of fallen back into the woods a little bit. So I think it's just who they are. It's just being overexposed a little bit now rather than fooling us, if that makes any sense.
Well, let me ask you this. 15 wins, 30 losses right now. Not even to the All-Star break. Not far from it, but basically that's halfway through your season. What do we expect for the second half? I'm just curious because I feel like most people are like, man, I can't wait till the Sixers come. I can't wait till the Heat come. I can't wait till LeBron and them come. I don't feel like actually anyone's excited with these teams thinking that this Hornets team will beat any of actual competitors. I mean, you're losing to the Orlando Magic by almost 30.
I mean, I told everyone to hold up when they were in the 8th season play. I was like, all right, hold up.
Right.
I was like, this is
Which
fun.
was like 4 games in.
Yeah. This is fun right now. But I mean, I said this. Vegas had him, or Caesars had him at 23.5 wins. I was like, all right, 26-28. That was my number. And
I think I said 20 at the beginning of the season.
So I mean, and I was 20 is generous.
Yeah.
And so I mean, they played the most amount of games up until through their West Coast trip. They played 43 games before another team had played 41 or 40. So and then this month they had the third hardest schedule in the entire NBA, the month of January, and then March gets really hard. April gets
and
worse,
it's like all the important teams are coming in March,
Yeah.
and that's literally at the end of the season.
Right.
Where April you have 4 or 5 games, and it only goes to April 8th.
I think the only good thing that could possibly happen, I was talking to someone tonight, they said those good teams could possibly be resting some players if because they're all in March, those games. So there's gonna be a lot of teams that are clinched already. I hope the Lakers don't rest LeBron here.
Yeah.
Fans want to see LeBron.
I feel like
here
he's gonna be on
Kawhi
load
here.
management.
That's the thing. There could be a lot of load
after the first
management.
quarter. I think you don't see him.
That's the only way the Hornets, I think, could get some of those wins in late March is if teams are load management.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean.
Did Marvin get a GMP/CD today?
So but it said coach. And this is the thing. Someone asked me, is he hurt or was that a coach's decision?
That was CD. He's injury report is claiming that.
So, but do you not think that maybe he went to Borrego and was like, I don't know if I want to play today, coach, or he just sat him?
I think Borrego's he gave Monk a DMP/CD last week. Batum's been getting him. Babe's been getting him. I think it's just a matter.
But Marvin, I've never seen Marvin out there and not play.
Yeah.
Since I've been here.
I think
he's
the most likely
MVP.
guy to get traded. So he'll get.
Well, yeah, he's
There's a
gone.
DMP games
MKG's
ago, I
gone.
Right, yeah. Okay, he's going. Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think if you look at it, I'm gonna throw it out there. I think they try and trade Babe.
Well,
he's expiring this year.
I'd say this. If you guys want any indication of what the second half of the season is going to like, the Hornets they have a ticket plan now where they're giving away lower level seats
for $29.
For $29. So that tells
yes,
you
I forgot to add, if you want to go to the Hornets game anytime,
cheapest date in town.
Yes, $29 down low for lower bowl tickets. That's a phenomenal deal. I thought about this was a good team. I would buy 60 of them and flip them. But I probably would lose way more money if I did that.
That's gonna tell you exactly. They're not selling tickets.
They're fun to watch.
I don't know. I think those $29 had something to do with season ticket. You had to have a membership or something though. They still made you sign up for something, so they still get you some way.
Yeah. You think many wins are coming?
No.
All right. So wrapping this video up today, just curious. I know this is extra. What do they end up? How many wins do they finish with? Because we're gonna come back to this video at the end of the season. I just want to see. I'm gonna go. I know you said
So
Tony's generous.
They got 37 wins left.
I'm gonna say. I say at least.
37 games left. My fault.
I say at least 21 because they have to get out there and win 6 out of those 36 games. There's no way that you can't win 6.
I'll probably go 27.
So I'll go 21.
27.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
We got 37 left.
Do your math in your head. Go ahead. You got it.
know.
No, let me say 23.
No, I'm
scared. I'm scared now. 20 wins.
I say they win. I say they win 28 still. That's my number. I'm sticking with it.
28.
Yeah.
So 23, 28,
27.
24, 27.
13 and 15 the last. Wait, I can't even do math in my head.
50,
Well, here's the thing. I'm not giving them any of the big
52
games.
wins. I think they just went out.
I definitely don't think
13
at
and
all.
22 sounds pretty good to me. I'm gonna stick with the 38.
I'll tell you right now. I know it ain't the Lakers. It ain't the Clippers. It ain't
Rockets.
the Spurs.
They're not
The
good.
Rockets.
It's gonna get rough.
Or Philly. Or Milwaukee hasn't
Philly's
came
gonna
here.
destroy
Yeah.
them with those bigs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we got Willie Hernangomez and Bismack.
And they still
They're gonna kill him.
I think they have to take some trips to Boston.
You know, Embiid
Yeah,
might be
good.
crying by the time he gets here. Ben Simmons maybe doesn't. Make
Oh,
it
nobody
play.
playing. They're like, oh,
Ben Simmons doesn't get a triple double
No, Embiid's
here.
not
I
playing
don't
against
know.
Charlotte.
Let me not
No.
say that. It's interesting. Well, guys, yes, the Hornets are headed to Paris. What time is that? When is that game? Is it on Wednesday?
Thursday.
3 o'clock
Thursday.
Eastern time. 3
So 3 o'clock Eastern time, they will play the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they're back here on the 28th when they play the Knicks. That could be a win. So big. That's going towards the Knicks.
We'll get one this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
There you
Once
go.
Marcus Morris drops 40.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
But
that's
that's
it.
gonna happen against
No,
the
he's
Hornets.
been dropping buckets lately.
Things gonna
Well,
happen.
we'll see. All right, so we'll see you guys next time.